watched this interview, Stephen Miller being interviewed by um, Sean Hannity on the situation in Venezuela, but also the leadership there, who is going to take the role of leading that country. But they have also discussed an interesting fact that the infrastructure or the oil and everything that Americans built there in the 1980s, they were stolen from the Americans, and the regime there confiscated those infrastructures, and they gave to the adversaries of the United States like China and other adversaries. So listen.
Moore, Deputy Chief for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor. Steve, you are being considered for a more elevated role in managing the post-Maduro Venezuela. The president did say that we've got to create a stable country before, obviously, there would be elections and a new leader, correct?
Well, one of the lessons we've learned from history, Sean, is that the priority in the aftermath of any kind of change in government in a country, particularly one with a challenging recent past, is stability. So the president very wisely is understanding, and he spoke very eloquently and movingly at the recent press conference at Mar-a-Lago about the bright future awaiting the Venezuelan people. And so his priority right now is on security, prosperity, stability. So he is working round the clock to get Venezuela's oil industry up and running to where it needs to be in a way that only America, and this is very important, only the United States, with our technology, our platforms, our resources can provide.
A lot of people don't know that it was American companies that built out the oil infrastructure going back to the 1920s in Venezuela, and then it was seized by the state. And at that point, they basically stole all of that money from American companies and Americans there, right?
Yes, in fact, it was probably the greatest material theft that had ever been committed against the United States of America in terms of its raw dollar and financial value. Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserve in the world. And up until recently, that oil reserve was exploited by our adversaries to fund their ambitions, to fund their militaries, to fund their terrorism. And the United States, of course, lost its resources, its wealth, its property. As you pointed out, we discovered the oil, we created the technology to extract the oil, we invested in the platforms, and we built the refineries to process that heavy crude in a way that, again, only America has that expertise that we shared.